All right, so today we're going to talk about Medicare supplement plans versus Medicare Advantage plans. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, my name is Jzimmerle. I'm a licensed independent insurance broker. So what I do is help people navigate the confusing world that is health insurance and Medicare. One of the most common things I get asked is, Joel, what's the difference between a Medicare supplement plan and a Medicare Advantage plan? So there's a lot of confusion on this topic. Sometimes you'll even see TV commercials that, in my opinion, kind of add to that confusion. But what I want to do today is look at both sides in an unbiased way and kind of give you the information to make an informed decision about which path may be better for you. So when you turn 65 and you enroll in Medicare Parts A and B, you've kind of got a fork in the road. So you've got to decide which path you're going to take, right? Are you going to go down the Medicare supplement path? Or are you going to go down the Medicare Advantage path? So with Medicare Parts A and B, like we talked about in the Medicare 101 video, Medicare Part A is your hospital insurance. So this, for most people, is going to be free as long as you've worked 10 years or 40 quarters in your lifetime and you've paid into Medicare. This is going to be of no cost. Typically, people pay $170 a month for their Medicare Part B premium. Now, this can be a little bit more if you're a higher income earner, or it could be less if you're a lower income earner, but typically it's $170 a month in 2022. Now, this is your outpatient insurance. So this is, things like doctor's visits, outpatient procedures, labs, that type of thing. So hospital insurance is Part A, Part B is your medical insurance. So after that, if you're going to go the Medicare supplement route, the first thing you're going to want to do is pick a Part D prescription drug plan. So the reason you're going to want to do that is two. One is to cover your prescription drugs, but two, just as with Medicare Part B, there is actually a late enrollment penalty if you don't enroll in your first enrollment period, which is 3 months before your 65th birthday, your 65th birthday month, and 3 months after. So there's a small penalty to pay if you don't actually enroll in a prescription drug plan during that time. Now, some people say, well, I don't take any prescription meds, so why should I enroll? I'd rather just pay the penalty. What I would say to that is, we all get older. At some point, you're going to need prescription medications covered. You might as well enroll in a prescription D drug plan because you can get some that are as low as like $7 a month. And that way, when you do need to enroll in a prescription D drug plan to cover your meds, you're not going to have to pay that penalty. So there's a small penalty you'd have to pay for life if you don't enroll during that first initial enrollment period. So first thing, like I said, you're going to do is pick a Part D prescription drug plan, and obviously you're going to want to pick one that is right for you, one that covers your meds the best. All right, so additionally, many people choose to add on a Medicare supplement or Medigap plan to cover those out-of-pocket costs that are associated with original Medicare Parts A and B that we talked about in the Medicare 101 video. So the first thing to know about a Medicare supplement plan or Medigap plan is that these are standardized by the government. So you've got all different letters. We're not going to go in those today, but let's just say you pick a Plan G with one company. It's going to be the same benefits as a Plan G with another company because they're standardized by the government. So that's nice. So that kind of keeps things a little bit more simple there. So what are the pros and cons of a Medicare supplement route? Because, there's pros and cons with everything. So pros and cons of Medicare supplement is, one, with Medicare supplement, since you're staying on original Medicare Parts A and B, you don't have to worry about networks. So any doctor anywhere in the country that takes Medicare, which honestly is almost all of them, you're going to be able to see. So you've got that really, really good flexibility in terms of providers that you can see. So another thing with choosing this Medicare supplement path is that you've got very comprehensive coverage and low out-of-pocket costs. So I always tell people, when you're thinking about Medicare supplement versus Medicare Advantage, really with Medicare supplement, you're choosing to pay a little bit more on the front end. And then on the back end, you've got really good coverage and really low out-of-pocket costs. And then typically with Medicare Advantage, you're going to pay less on the front end and you're going to pay more on the back end. So it's kind of the way you want to think about it, and that can kind of help you choose, which path you want to go down. So like I said, there's no networks because you're staying on original Medicare Parts A and B. There's low out-of-pocket costs. The coverage is very comprehensive, and again, you've got no referrals needed. So unlike with private health insurance, where sometimes you need a referral from your primary care doctor to see a specialist, when you've got Medicare Parts A and B, drug plan, Medicare supplement plan, you've got the freedom to see anybody you want that takes Medicare, which, like I said, is pretty much everybody. So those are the pros. Like I said, it's going to be very, very comprehensive coverage. So you're probably never going to have better health insurance in your whole life than this. Now, Cons, again, like I said, is the higher upfront costs. So remember, like I said, you're going to pay a little bit more on the front end for this, but you're going to have better coverage on the back end. So you're still going to have to pay this Part B premium. Typically, at least, you're going to have to pay the Part B premium, which is $170 a month. And that's whether you choose the Medicare supplement path or whether you choose the Medicare Advantage path. So you're still going to pay that, and then you're also going to pay your Part D prescription drug plan, which are anywhere from $70 on average to $80. I think average is about $35. And then your Medicare supplement plan, which can range anywhere from $80 to $150. Average maybe $110 to $120. So another thing to know that's really important about Medicare supplement is you have a 6-month window after you enroll in Medicare Part B. So remember, that's the one that you still have to pay a premium for. So let's say you turn 65 in July and you enroll like you should in the 3 months before you turn 65. So say you enroll in Medicare Parts A and B in June. Your Medicare Part A and B is going to start in July, July 1st, the first day of that month. So what's going to happen there is you're going to actually have a 6-month enrollment window from July 1st on to enroll in a Medicare supplement plan without being exposed to Medicare medical underwriting. So this is very important because depending on your health, medical underwriting can either make your Medicare supplement plan go up in premium, or they can even outright deny you coverage completely. So I always say it's really important when you're aging, into Medicare and turning 65 that you choose which path you want to go down. And if you want to go down this Medicare supplement path, you've got 6 months to enroll in a Medicare supplement plan where you don't have medical underwriting and you get a preferred rate on your Medicare supplement. So it's very important to get it right during that 6-month window after your Part B effective date. So I just wanted to throw that in there. And a lot of times people think too, there's an annual election period in the fall for Medicare. People think, oh, we're just going to switch back and forth Medicare Advantage to Medicare Supplement, that type of thing. That's not always the case, because after your 6-month window, so let's say you're 68 and you've had, Medicare Advantage for a few years, and you decide you don't want any more, you want to switch to a Medicare Supplement with a prescription drug plan. Well, at that point, you're going to be exposed to medical underwriting. So depending on your health, you may or may not be able to get it, or you may pay more for it. So again, you've got a 6-month window after your Part B effective date to enroll in a Medicare supplement with no underwriting. So again, cons, higher upfront costs. You're going to pay your Part B premium always, either way, $170 typically a month. And then you're going to pay for your prescription drug plan and your Medicare supplement plan, which again, I said for Medicare supplement, average is about $80 to $150. So it varies there. So your monthly premiums in addition to Part B, and then typically as well, it doesn't include dental and vision because it's designed to cover the things that Medicare and A and B cover, and Medicare A and B doesn't cover dental and vision, so you're not going to have that included. But overall, that's kind of a good overview of the Medicare supplement path. So like I said, you're going to pay a little bit more on the front end, but you're going to have really good coverage on the back end. So let's take a look at the other path, which is Medicare Advantage or Medicare Part C. So again, Medicare Advantage is also known as Medicare Part C. If you've ever heard of that letter, that's what it's referring to here. So what is Medicare Advantage? Medicare Advantage is an alternative. Basically what you're doing here is instead of, you're going to enroll in original Medicare Part A and B, and you're still typically going to have to pay that Part B premium, which is $170 a month, but you're going to be coming off of original Medicare, which is run by the federal government, and you're going to be going to a private insurance company that runs your Medicare benefits. Now, they are regulated by the federal government, but it's still a private insurance company. So these are managed care plans. So like they run on HMO networks, PPO networks, HMO being a little more restrictive and smaller, PPO being larger and more expansive. So similar to under 65 private health insurance in that way. But again, this is through a private company. Now, it does cover Medicare Part A and B services that original Medicare covers. It's mandated to. And a lot of times they'll also include Part D prescription drug coverage as well. So it's kind of an all-in-one option. So what are some of the pros of Medicare Advantage? So one of the pros of this route is a lower premium. So like I was saying before, with Medicare Supplement, you're kind of paying more on the front end to have better coverage on the back end. With Medicare Advantage, you're going to pay less on the front end. You're going to have to pay more on the back end typically. So in most parts of the country, Medicare Advantage premiums per month is $0. So that's good, right? So if affordability is an issue, this can be an option. Now, like I said, you're still typically going to have to pay that $170 a month for your Part B premium. You're still going to be enrolled in that. But at least there's no premium for your Medicare Advantage plan. So Another advantage is they're not medically underwritten. So like we were talking about with Medicare supplement, you do have a 6-month window after your Part B effective date where you're not allowed to be medically underwritten, and you can get the preferred rate. But with Medicare Advantage, there's no medical underwriting allowed. So during the annual election period in the fall, you can switch back and forth and not have to worry about what your health is in terms of, what your rates are going to be or anything like that, because they're not allowed to medically underwrite you. So that's good. Another thing, like I said, it's all in one plan. So you get one card to present to the doctor or hospital. It kind of simplifies things. People like that, a convenience factor there. And then they also they'll throw in some perks, right? So they'll include some dental and vision a lot of times. They'll also sometimes include gym memberships or gym discounts. So a lot of people are a fan of kind of these extra perks. And this is all good stuff, right? So it sounds great. So what are the cons, right? So there's got to be some downsides to this as well. And there are. And so one is, like I said, you've got to work within a doctor and hospital network. So for emergency coverage, emergency services, you will have coverage outside the network. But for just routine services, you're going to want to stay in network to get coverage. So an HMO network, like I said, is going to be more restrictive and smaller, and you're going to also have to have referrals to see a specialist, whereas a PPO network is going to be much more expansive, and you are going to have a little bit of some benefits outside of network with a PPO as well. But still, it's not as much freedom as if you were staying on original Medicare with a Medicare supplement and a prescription drug plan, because again, like with that, like I said, you don't have to worry about networks at all. You can go to any doctor anywhere in the country that accepts Medicare. So it's not as much provider freedom with the Medicare Advantage. That's one of the downsides. The federal government sets annual out-of-pocket maximums. So for 2022, the out-of-pocket maximum annually for Medicare Advantage plans is $7,550. Now, a lot of them are lower than this, but that's as high as they can be. Now, this is still better than the annual out-of-pocket maximum on original Medicare only, because there isn't one. There is no cap on your out-of-pocket expenses on original Medicare only. So I still think it's a better fit there to cap your out-of-pocket expenses. But again, like I said, you're going to pay more on the back end with Medicare Advantage, because you're going to have things like co-pays, co-insurance, deductibles, like I said, kind of similar to the private health insurance that you're used to for, when you're under 65. So you're going to have to pay a little bit more on the back end, like I said, with Medicare Advantage. So another con is sometimes, similar to the private health insurance as well, you may require a prior authorization for certain services from your doctor, and you may need, referrals to see a specialist. And those are kind of things that some people are used to, but some people don't like. And like I said, that original Medicare with MedSup is going to give you more freedom. You're not going to have to worry about prior authorizations or, needing referrals to see specialists, that type of thing. But those are things to know with the Medicare Advantage side. So as you can see, there's many different factors to consider when you're comparing Medicare supplement plans versus Medicare Advantage plans. Some of these can be your budget. They can be your past medical history. It can be pricing and plan availability in your area. And this is exactly what I help people with every day. So as an independent insurance broker, my services are actually free of charge. And since I'm contracted with both carriers that offer Medicare Advantage and Medicare supplement plans, I can offer you an unbiased review of both and help you make a well-informed decision about which path is going to be best for your unique needs. So I'd love to help. You can reach out to me via my phone number, email. Like I said, I'd be happy to assist, and I hope this video cleared up some confusion about the difference between Medicare supplement and Medicare Advantage. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.